It is time to go to the grocery store and get some stuff for me and parents. Let's get some tomato juice. Ooh, cherry juice. I want cherry juice. I love cherry juice. I really like tomato juice in Europe. It's just so yummy. You can get some pre-made stuff. Dad already got some pickled cabbage, so I don't need to get that. What else is there? Cakes. I shan't get no cakes. Ooh. Pricing wise, you can basically divide everything by 100. So cherry tomatoes are $1.50. These big ass tomatoes that actually look really good. Wow, I want some tomatoes. I don't know if we have any, but I'm probably gonna ask parents first before buying. Yeah, but these are 99 per pack, so $1 a pack. Pretty good. Given tomatoes like that in the US are probably like $5 if they're yummy. Also in the like little government DMV type of center, there was a coffee machine just like that. I was making fancy coffees. For a second I was like, is this free? No, it wasn't free. Of course it wasn't free. But just the fact that it was very clean and open and I could make myself a coffee, I was like, this is my absolute love, is the bread section, and the black bread or the rye bread. Also, the Armenian lavash bread is insane. It's so good. I don't know anything about this particular brand, but I haven't had lavash for so many years. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna try it and like go crazy. Pay very close attention. These are fake cucumbers. These long ass ones that look like you can just kill somebody with it. Now these, the ones with the little, you know, spiky dots. The aggressive ones, the ones that are like sea urchins, those are the right cucumbers. Those are the only cucumbers we eat in Russia, okay? The other cucumbers, the ones that are like this, see, no spikes. Very boring, very not aggressive, very... Sometimes they don't even have seeds, and I'm like, what did you do to the fruit so it doesn't want to fucking reproduce? Anyways, I only buy cucumbers with spikes here, clearly, and usually they are sold like at the fresh market or farmer's market, which I'll take you to one of the other days. They're the most delicious, best cucumbers ever. More veggies, pickled beans. Oh, here's the eggplant caviar that I've been telling you about that has absolutely no relation to caviar. And here's some pickled mushrooms. This is really nice stuff. I might get some pickled mushrooms and my mom is gonna yell at me because she does not like pickled mushrooms. She always is afraid to get poisoned with them, but like, come on mom, these are sold in a store. Like, what's up with that? So yeah, I know for sure that mom and dad are gonna be like, why the fuck did you buy mushrooms? Some nuts, dried fruits. Here's canned meat and fish, and one of the Russian vegan companies sent me really stellar tofu, seitan, and canned vegan fish. So it was like tofu in a little nori leaf in oil. So if you look here, there'll be like tiny little fishes in oil, and my grandpa really liked tiny fishes in tomato sauce. That stuff that the vegan sent me tasted exactly like that fish from my childhood. I don't know how they did it, but it was really, really good. So yeah, tomato sauce, yeah. This is for borscht. My mom wanted me to make borscht. Maybe I should get some. Alcohol section that takes like about a third of the store. And no, we don't have fucking ABC. You can just buy your vodkas, you can buy your freaking wines here. Yep, this is Georgian wine. Best wine. There's Armenian cognac on the other side. Let's see. I think this is like the Russian champagne. And the Russian variations. Oh no, there's still martini. There's Russian variations of like martini, Asti and other things. I think this is not Russian. Scotch whiskey, where is it made? Just out of curiosity, because I have been asked, can you get like liquor that has not been made here? Okay, I do see now that it was made in Russia. So, very interesting. This all looks exactly like the stuff that I could find at a duty-free. Looks super legit, but it wouldn't surprise me. The majority of it is made in Russia anyways. So, yeah. Gin. Is the gin made in Russia too? Yep, it has Cyrillics on it. Mango gin. How about that for $5? A bottle of gin, 700 milliliters, so that's a gallon. Like, I don't know, 85% of a gallon. Yeah, and of course, a fuck ton of vodka. I think this is the Bailey's alternative, which is coffee and cream. How about that? A bottle for $3. It's ridiculous. This shit's so cheap. No wonder people are drinking a lot. Like, it's the same price as fruits and vegetables. This is beer. Baltica, Tuborg. I like Baltica number... I saw it in the fridge. Number 7. Number 6 and number 7 is really good. Let's see what else. This is Czech beer. This is some gin and tonics. Oh yeah, Baltica number 7. That one. Yep. It's really good. I like it. Oh, I also like this one. Kronenberg is really good. And Hogarden. Oh my goodness, I have to get this one just because we used to drink this at sauna. Hey Kieran, cheers. The Garden of Hose is continuing. Regardless, whatever country you travel to, if you belong in the Garden of Hose, the Garden of Hose stays with you. And in the same aisle as beer, you get snacks that come with beer. So in the Russian variation, it is dried croutons, sunflower seeds. Now we even got dried nuts. Lay's with crab is probably my favorite flavor. They're so yummy, but they're not vegan. I used to eat them as a kid. Maybe they are vegan these days. I have no idea. Like, in some countries, bacon chips are vegan, or like barbecue chips are vegan, just because they put like tomato sauce flavoring and smoke. So I don't know, but I'm too lazy to read the bag now. All Russians, pretty much, who are not vegan, really like to eat dried fish with beer. So clearly it is just across the street. Desserts. Halva. You know what halva is, yeah? It's usually in most countries, I think it's just sesame seeds with oil that are blended into this paste looking thing. But in Russia it is sunflower seeds, because clearly we like sunflowers here more. Zephyr, or the original marshmallows. You have not tried Zephyr, I encourage you to do that. It's usually vegan. It's usually made with pectin and agar, like this sea weed gelatin thingy, so no dead animals involved. And it's a lot healthier than like most other desserts. If you're doing weight loss, highly recommend. Lower carbs, lower sugar, tastes amazing, and it's thicker than marshmallows. A lot better than marshmallows. Bunch of waffly things. I really like waffles, but they're rarely vegan, so I'm not even gonna look at that now. What else? Coffees and teas. Ooh, I really like this one. Yeah. Oh wow. With pink pepper and wild berries and hibiscus. That's awesome. Mango tea. Yeah. And then we usually really like instant coffee. Most Russians drink instant coffee. No, that's not true. Lately, the situation has changed, and a lot of Russians drink instant coffee, but not like... Sorry, lately the situation has changed. Most Russians now go to coffee shops and buy like fancy shit, but we used to. I grew up on instant coffee, and when mom and dad and I still make it in the house, we make instant coffee sometimes. More cookies. And I guess these are not really like desserts because they're really not sweet. Like, they're not breads, but they're not desserts either. I got this in a train, and it's actually really good. It's basically rice cakes, but instead of rice, they use other... this is buckwheat, This is other grains, like a mix of grains. These are rye waffles. They're not waffles, they're super low calorie. Let's see. For 100 grams, you got 11 grams of protein, 3.5 grams of fats, 72.6 grams of carbs. You may be thinking, how is this like a diet food? Well, I'm going to tell you. One toast has 15 calories. So this whole bag, like if you eat this whole bag, it's the size of my face, it's probably, how many grams are here? This is 70 grams. So this shit is less than 300 calories. How about that? My mom already has some, but they're super yummy. You can put anything on them, from sweet to savory, from tofu to smoky things to sweet cheeses and things like that. Oh, now we're in the dangerous aisle. This is some real candy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Voronezh candy. This is definitely not vegan. But this is my favorite candy. It's like waffles and lemon stuffing in between. And they have pictures from the city. And they're made freshly in a factory here. And bird's milk. Yummy. It's kind of different from Zephyr, different from marshmallows, but it's still this fluffy situation in the middle. Very spongy and very decadent, covered in chocolate. Oh my god, all this shit's so good. But ugh, we are not eating that. Alright, we are in the dairy section now. I highly doubt I'm gonna find anything vegan at all. I used to really like these so-called cottage cheeses and chocolate. So it's kind of like a little dessert with cottage cheese and sugar and sometimes condensed milk inside, covered in chocolate. So I think they're made to make kids like cottage cheese, because cottage cheese is considered like super vital for health and growth and all of the things in Russia. And I used to get those as a kid when I used to eat my cottage cheese. So yeah, you've got yogurts and Kinder, everything, because Russians, kids or adults, really like that stuff. And the kids section and the diapers. And oh yeah, not milk. This is vegan. This is great. I already have one, so I'm gonna get it today, but that's good to know. Cheeses and butters and more kids things. And this is quickly made noodles, ramen, pasta, and grains, and muesli, breakfast foods, just out of curiosity. I used to eat stuff like this as a kid. What are the macros on this? Because in the US it's such trash, like it is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so for 100 grams, you've got 6.7 grams of protein, so almost no protein, just like in the US. 13.5 grams of fat and 64.9 grams of carbs. 410 calories per 100 grams. One thing that I really appreciate about Europe is, well, I guess I live in the European part of Russia, so consider that Europe, is that all the macros are listed for 100 grams in here. So you don't need to convert and calculate the percent of calories per gram, because it's already written on the package. And if you're in the US, it's per serving, which is made very inconvenient for the user. You need to stand there with your calculator and convert. What the hell is a serving? Is serving an ounce? Is it a quarter of a teaspoon? Is it 5 ounces? Is it, I don't know, a cup? Who fucking knows? This is gonna be one of my favorite aisles. It's the aisle with mineral water and juices. And the reason why is not because I super like juice, but because first I really like mineral water. So I'm gonna get a couple different kinds of mineral water. Lipetskaya is really great. They make it in the city next to mine. It's super yummy. Mineral water just basically is carbonated water from natural springs that has minerals. That's why we call it mineral water, and that's also the reason why most Russians across the world are going to call sparkling water mineral water, is because sometimes from the spring it comes like naturally slightly carbonated, or it tastes carbonated-ish, or tastes a little weird, or they carbonate it to preserve those minerals so that they don't like escape. So I'm going to buy like 3 kinds of mineral water and be very, very happy. Also, people have asked about things that have left the country due to sanctions, such as Coca-Cola. So instead, we now have like a shit ton of different kinds of Coca-Cola, and I may have a video where I taste them all and compare. Let me know if you're curious about the taste of Coke. I honestly don't even really differentiate Coke and Pepsi, so no. I'm not necessarily the best person to like judge how this shit's supposed to taste, but I might buy it just for the hell of it. You have this cola, this one, which is the same brand as juice, this one. There's just so many kinds.